Kales, and today I'm coming at you with a book review. I'm really bad at doing book reviews, and it's not normal for me to talk about books in this manner, but I'm gonna try and do it for you here today with Every Last Word by Tamera Ireland Stone. Every Last Word centers around a young girl named Sam, who has obsessive-compulsive disorder. She's 16 years old, and specifically she has pure O, as it's known, which is where the more obsessive thoughts are the main problem rather than the compulsions as we normally associate with OCD. And she has these group of friends that are not a real true group of friends. They don't know about her OCD. One day, Sam meets this girl, Caroline, and Caroline confesses her own mental illness issues with depression and invites Sam to go to this secret underground poetry club that her school has. There she meets this cute boy named AJ and a bunch of other friends, and it continues on her journey discovering herself, being comfortable with herself, and her OCD as well. I loved this book at the start of it. If you watched my August wrap-up, you could see that I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fascinating, really insightful into this young girl's mind and her issues and her insecurities, and I was so happy that she was taking this route of poetry and words, learning how to express herself and being accepted for who she is. I found it very relatable, I found it very interesting, and like I said, very insightful, and I was like, God, somebody gets it. Somebody gets some of these issues and things, and it has written it so well and has put it into a great story. And then the twist happened. I was so excited that she was discovering herself as a person, making real friends, and yeah, having a romantic relationship, which it happens in YAs, and that's totally fine by me because that's important, but it also wasn't marking her identity. I also loved that she had a great family support system. Her parents knew what was going on, her therapist knew what was going on, and her younger sister. You don't see that in a lot of YAs. They're often orphaned or are missing a parent and have to deal with that issues, which is a separate thing and that's fine, but rarely do you see a full family in this manner who's really supportive, and she has such a great support system under here. And even though her friends are very self-centered and are very not true to their own selves, they still care about her to a degree. They care about her in the way that they know how. And then these new friends that she meets in the poetry club even love her so much more, and they share things with each other, the things that are deep and meaningful and create connections. And then for me, it got wrecked. You discover that Caroline, who was the one who brought her into this in the first place, and who she talked to and confided in, and she found to be this really excellent friend who also could relate to her, and they were honest in terms of their issues that teens and people deal with, of this mental illnesses with depression and OCD and anxiety in the middle of all that. You find out Caroline's not real. You find out Caroline is actually a figment of Sam's imagination. She was originally a girl who committed suicide like 7 years ago. She was actually the creator of the poetry club. Somehow Sam created this manifestation of her in her head as the girl she wants to be. And I hated it. I thought, how awful. Because one, that implies that Sam has schizophrenia, which to me totally undermined any OCD that they had set up with her, because they're not often related. I think it totally undermined anything that was set up about the mental illnesses. I thought it was a cheap cop-out, and I was really upset. I felt very betrayed, because to me it wasn't realistic. To me it was so much more realistic and so much more hopeful and inspiring for her to be meeting a real friend and making these connections, and the two of them together trying to overcome their demons and their troubles together, and instead they just copped it out and made her not real. You can tell I'm kind of frustrated and very disappointed by this because I had such high hopes. It was so good for like the first 2/3 of it, and then she stuck a gimmick in there and I didn't really like it. It hurt. I've seen this twist done right in a number of books. I'm about to spoil some things, so like give me 6 seconds. In like Vanishing Girls, or in musicals like Next to Normal, or movies like Sixth Sense. I've seen the twist done right where people find out that the other person that they've been talking to aren't real. But to me, this was a twist done wrong. It didn't flow, it didn't work, and to me it was just used as a gimmick rather than an actual meaningful event in the story. I would have much preferred a story about these two girls finding friendship and solace in each other and finding real friends and finding themselves in that. And because Caroline wasn't real, it wasn't okay to me, and they also at the end just kind of like skated over that fact. They like didn't do anything about it, and just because Caroline was gone, they were like, well maybe it was a good thing because it gave Sam confidence. No, like why couldn't Caroline have been real? That was like a reveal and not a climax, which is, there's a difference in writing. A reveal can't be a climax, and to me this was just a reveal, so then it was also not well written at the end there. Caroline not being real undermined the entire story, and it made me really sad. Like, I'm getting emotional now just talking about it because I thought this was really good and really inspiring until that, and it was frustrating, and to me it made it not real. On the positive sides, I really liked AJ. I thought that he was excellent. I thought his own issues of having a stutter and the ways that he deals with it with his music and strumming strings on a guitar and just the little fidgets that he does was great. I loved her poetry friends. I thought that cast of characters was fantastic. They're a group of friends that I would want to have. I love the idea of their poetry. I love that it was simple. I love that they read it out loud. I love that they had rituals. I love that they had a secret underground poetry room because I would have wanted that in high school. I gave the book a 3 out of 5 stars because I couldn't undermine the amazingness that was at the beginning, and I couldn't undermine what Tamera was trying to do, but to me, I think the gimmick at the end just didn't accomplish that task. So I really would love to know what you guys think about this book. Maybe I'm got it all wrong, or maybe there's some insight into it that can help me love this book as much as I thought I was going to again. Or maybe you guys had the same frustrations. Let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say on Every Last Word by Tamera Ireland Stone. Until next time, guys. Bye. Bye! I'm still recording.